Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be filming my current everyday makeup for you. It's nothing drastic, nothing crazy, it's not going to transform my face into anything special, but it's just a really nice, simple everyday look. It's something a little bit different to what I've normally been doing. It doesn't have any liquid liner, so for those of you who don't like it when I wear liquid liner, which is basically all the time, this might be the everyday makeup for you. And there's also a pinky shimmery eyeshadow in this, which is very unlike me as well. So this is going to be a bit of an interesting one, but it's the makeup that I've been wearing all the time recently and I really have just become obsessed with it. It's so super easy and nice and simple, so I hope you guys like it. So I'm going to be using a really lightweight base on my skin today. My skin has not been looking too fabulous recently. It's kind of quite spotty around here and on my forehead. So I've just been using something very light and kind of kinder to my skin just to kind of bring it back round, and when I can I don't use any base at all, but for today I'm going to use the Dr. Jart Water Fuse BB Cream, which I love. It's very kind to skin, very lightweight, and it also just lets your skin breathe, and it's got SPF as well, which is great for if I leave the house. And I will be leaving the house today, so I do need to put this on because I need to walk the dog. Then I'm just buffing that in with a Real Techniques buffing brush. So that is my base done. Everything is buffed in and looking very dewy, which I will take care of in a minute, but for now I'm going to apply a little bit of the Origin's Plantscription concealer just under my eyes and over a patch of spots that I've got on my forehead and on some redness here. And I probably should use my NARS concealer because I really didn't get a lot of sleep last night and I'm feeling very puffy and dark under my eyes, but I don't really want to wear anything too heavy today, so I'm just going to go in with this. If you were a watcher of my videos around a year ago, maybe longer, I think it was maybe longer than that, I used to use this concealer all the time. It was my favourite and I used to use it every single day. I still have it in 3 shades because it has spanned me getting paler and paler over the past 3 years. Probably should throw some of those out actually. So now that my dark circles are covered up, I'm going to use the Bourjois Healthy Balance powder, which I have the shade Vanille? Yeah, number 52, and I'm going to take that on a NARS Yachio Kabuki brush, which I think this has been discontinued, but there's like a slightly fatter version of it now. And I'm just applying that across my cheeks, nose, and on my forehead. And then a little bit on my chin as well, because I get a bit of a shiny chin. Next I'm going to be using the bronzing shade from the Charlotte Tilbury Bronze and Glow on the same Yachio Kabuki brush, and just kind of swirling that on my cheeks, kind of where you would contour and bronze, and then in a 3 shape, kind of like that. I can't really do the 3 shape, but I'm not coordinated enough with my hands to actually be able to do that like other YouTubers do, but something along those lines. Next I'm going to be doing my brows, and I'm going to be using the Bobbi Brown Brow Kit as usual, and I'm going to use a Zoeva 317 wing liner brush to apply that. And I'm not really doing anything too different with my brows at the moment, but I am just filling in the gaps, and I don't make them quite as thick as I used to, but still beefing them out a little bit because they're quite sparse and giving them a slightly rounder shape on the top than I would normally do. And as usual, this will probably look terrible before I put my eye makeup on, so bear with me. And this is where I give up on the brows because they are looking an absolute mess, and I go in with the L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper, which I didn't like and I'm still not 100% sure I love, but I do like the fact that it has super like amazing staying power and it just strokes your brushes up and they stay there, and I quite like that because they are quite unruly at the moment. So I'm going to use a little bit of this, and I make them look very, very fluffy and kind of a bit crazy at the moment just because I find that it looks very soft with the kind of pink eyeshadow, not a lot of liner. It just looks very nice. So now I'm going to be moving on to eyes, and the one thing I've been loving recently, and I bet you can guess what it is the By Terry Ombre Blackstar in the shade Frozen Quartz, which I think I said Rose Quartz in my February favourites. Sorry about that, Frozen Quartz. It's a beautiful kind of pinky, all that glitters shade and I just love it. It's so long lasting and the formula is amazing, so I'm obsessed with this. But I also have a drugstore dupe for you just in case it's a bit out of your price range. This is the number 7, what is this called? Stay Perfect Shade and Define eyeshadow stick, and slightly different in colour. It's kind of more of a cool toned taupey pink, but still very similar. Formula is slightly different. It's not as good, I wouldn't say, but it is like less than half the price or something like that. I don't know, my brain's not working today. It's currently 8 o'clock in the morning and I'm not actually very switched on right now. But it is super, super affordable, so I would definitely recommend this as an alternative to the By Terry shadow sticks. And I will probably do a dupes tutorial at some point soon, but for now I'm just going to be using the By Terry Ombre Blackstar in Frozen Quartz because this is my current everyday makeup and I want it to be kind of an accurate representation of what I've been wearing, and this is like my number 1 fave at the moment. So I'm just taking Frozen Quartz along the lash line quite heavily, and then I'm just blending it up into the crease using a Zoeva Luxe crease brush. And then I'm just going to go in and do that again and just layer it up and make sure that the base is a lot kind of more intense than the crease, if that makes any sense at all. And next I'm just going to apply a little bit to my lower lash line as well. And then I'm just blending that out with the same brush again. And finally for eyeshadow I'm going to take a Zoeva Luxe Petite Crease brush and just dip that into the highlighter on my Charlotte Tilbury Bronze and Glow palette and just apply that to my kind of tear duct area just to highlight. And next up we get to the stage that can go so wrong. And I'm using the Clinique Brush On Cream liner with a Zoeva fine liner brush, and this is such a good little brush because it's so tiny and really allows you to get right into your lash line and make your lashes look really nice and thick, which is great. But what I'm going to do is apply this like that and then smudge it out so it just looks a little bit smokier. So I'm just applying this very lightly along my lash line and I'm not winging it out or anything because that just makes things really complicated when you start going a bit smoky. So I'm just doing that really lightly. And then I'm just blending that out using my Luxe Petite Crease brush. I feel like I have one eye that's gone so much better than the other today and it's really annoying me. So I love the smudging out on this eye but not on this eye, but there is literally nothing I can do about that, so I'm going to move on to mascara. I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Waterproof Telescopic, long name. Haven't used this in a very long time, but I've started using it a lot more recently because it makes my lashes look like I've got false lashes on when I haven't, which I just love because I love wearing false lashes, but you just can't always get away with wearing them in the day because sometimes you can really tell that you're wearing false lashes if your lashes are like, whoa, amazing. But this just kind of leaves them really fluttery and keeps the curl and just looks really gorgeous, especially when I'm not wearing liquid liner. I love to wear waterproof mascara. So I'm just curling my eyelashes using my Kevyn Aucoin eyelash curlers, which are my favourite and oldest and grubbiest eyelash curlers. And then I am just wiggling the False Lash Telescopic Waterproof through my lashes and it makes them so long and fluttery. I always forget that this mascara is actually better when you blink through it. You know, you get some mascaras where they look better when you wiggle them or when you just kind of stroke them through your lashes. This is definitely a blinker. So that is mascara done, and now I am moving on to lip products, and I've got my kind of high-end drugstore little duo going on here because I have yet again lost my Charlotte Tilbury lip liner, and East End Snob by RImmel is just the best. Oops! I just threw the lip liner at the dog. Sorry. Nala's like next to me sleeping and I've just thrown a lip liner on. As I was saying, the RImmel East End Snob lip liner is the perfect alternative to the Charlotte Tilbury one. Actually, I'm starting to think I like it more, but let's not, you know, go too far here. That would be a bit of a crazy statement for like 8:30 in the morning. So anyway, I'm just going to get on and apply this. So I'm just tracing the outer line of my lips, which is really hard to do when you are talking. And then I'm going to fill in the middle as well. And then I'm just smishing that out with my fingers just so it doesn't look too harsh. And finally, I'm going to be applying the Chanel Rouge Coco Shine in, I think it's number 90 Mutine. Yeah, there we go. This is a beautiful sheer rosy pink and it is just stunning and I love it for just wearing every day. It was the first Chanel lipstick that I ever bought and I wanted that one to be one that I would wear on a daily basis rather than it being something really special like a red lip or a dark lip. So I went for the everyday one and I literally use this all the time, and there's actually quite a lot of product in it. Even though I use it all the time and I have to reapply a lot because it is sheer, it really is still going, and I'm quite amazed by that. So that is my makeup done. I hope you guys like this. I feel like this was the worst day for me to film a video ever because I was so not in filming mode. I can't speak, everything is going wrong, I've run out of memory and battery during this, and the birds won't stop, and my neighbour's a nightmare, and all of those kinds of things. But anyway, that is it for my everyday makeup. I hope you guys like this and have enjoyed seeing what I put on my face on a daily basis. It's something very different for me, slightly softer and prettier than I'd usually go for. Usually I go for quite dramatic eyes and a bold lip or something like that, but this is slightly different to that, so I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing this. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!